everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about vitamin D for rabbits and guinea pigs. Do they actually need sunshine, or is this not essential for them? So first of all, I'm going to briefly touch on some of the health consequences of a lack of vitamin D. So vitamin D is actually very important for a healthy immune system for small animals, and various diseases could arise from a lack of vitamin D. Some of these could include dental diseases, autoimmune diseases, intestinal diseases, and a lack of vitamin D could also favour urinary and kidney problems, certainly stones and other issues there. And a deficiency could also lead ultimately to conditions like osteoporosis. So in general, it's a very important vitamin to ensure they are receiving for just overall well-being, and there are various ways to ensure that they're getting plenty of vitamin D, but obviously it depends on how they're housed. So the best way would be if you have your rabbits and guinea pigs outdoors, certainly for part of the year. If they're getting access to direct sunlight every single day, then this is obviously going to be very valuable, and this will mean that throughout the course of the year they are getting an adequate supply of vitamin D. And even just like 10 minutes a day of direct sunlight is going to be really beneficial for them. So perhaps they're housed indoors, maybe you don't have a garden, or perhaps your rabbits and guinea pigs are housed in like a shed. So the thing is here that there are different types of rays which they will get from the sun. There are UVA rays, and these ones actually pass through window glass. So even if your rabbits and guinea pigs are housed indoors, if they are near a window and they're getting the light through the window, this is going to be providing the UVA. And there are, however, UVB rays which do not pass through window glass. So if they're housed indoors, then it is possible that, or it is quite likely that, they are not going to be getting UVB. If they are indoors, if you can open the windows and ensure they are getting the rays through, then this is going to be potentially an option for you. Or perhaps you have a little balcony or something which you could use, and if there's part of the day which gets the sun here, getting them out would be a really good idea, certainly in the warmer season. However, if they are housed indoors during the winter, I wouldn't recommend moving them from the indoors to the outdoors just because of the drastic temperature change. So yeah, as we've established, Obviously, if they're outdoors with direct sunlight, then chances are they are going to be getting plenty of vitamin D and having access to the UVA and UVB rays, which is going to lead to the formation of vitamin D3. However, like I say, it's not an option for everybody. A lot of people will have them indoors, and perhaps, it's not really a realistic option for you to get your rabbits and guinea pigs outdoors on a regular basis. So in this instance, there is an alternative, and if opening the windows alone is not going to be sufficient, then I would certainly look into UVB lamps, because this is likely to ensure that they're going to be receiving the more adequate amounts of this regularly. So there are certain lamps on the market you can get. Obviously, I would suggest doing your research, making sure that it's safe, and obviously keeping it out of their reach, etc. But this may be something you want to look into if they are not regularly having access to direct sunlight without any kind of filter. So that's an option. Obviously have caution with those that have red eyes, it may not be suitable for them. And also, like I say, try and do some research if you're wanting to look into that option, because not all lamps are equal, and you have to kind of go for one which is targeted towards those animals naturally coming from desert regions. They tend to be the ones suitable for rabbits and guinea pigs. And obviously they tend to need replacing quite often, so that's another consideration here. Supplementation in general, I would have caution. Vitamin D is like fat soluble, it's not water soluble, so if they take in an excessive amount through like a artificial supplement, then this is going to be stored as fat. It's not going to be excreted in the urine as such, so that's another thing to consider. Obviously I would only use like an artificial supplement if absolutely necessary, but in general providing it in a natural form is going to be much healthier for them. And if you're giving sun-dried hay as well, as opposed to machine-dried hay, that's going to be beneficial too, because the hay can store some of the sun's rays in it. However, this isn't considered a sufficient source alone, it's kind of just something to give in addition. So I hope that video has helped, maybe just giving you a few little tips, and yeah, just kind of covering the basics really for this very important vitamin. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in my next video.